So I directed The Ruling Class by Peter Barnes.
You're going to be in this bit.
Your lords.
Yeah. So everyone who is not Pete, Josh, Phoebe, James, and Anya, is going to spread themselves out around the outside of the labyrinth for me.
So The Ruling Class is a play about the 14th Earl of Gurney, who returns to his estate after his father passes away, so everything's passed down to him. And the family aren't really that big a fan of him because he's been away for a while and he thinks he's Jesus Christ. So the play is about how they deal with him and how he tries to persuade them that he actually is Jesus, and all the weird sort of societal and hierarchical problems that come with that.
Billion names of God. Your lordship will do, or JC, Eric, Bert, Barney, and Whistle. I don't need to cling to one name.
He essentially thinks he's Jesus Christ, and yeah, in the first half of the play, he's like basically this whole sort of counterculture hippie thing, and believes in peace and love, and he's always doing weird things and running around and sleeps on a cross.
The best heavy silverware, your lordship. A snort, sir. Go ahead. I'm god intoxicated. Oh, if only I knew then who I was now. Ah, hello, Mr. Grasshopper. Yes, of course I bless you, my church, along with General de Gaulle.
Working with actors who really gave 100% made the process so much easier, and just people who really enjoyed the text straight from the auditions were just so much fun to work with, because we all had so much fun with all the weird shit stuff that happened in the show, and it just made everything so much easier.
And summon a spider to clear away the pus, the sack of pus, the white pus, the dirt! But first I'll deal with you an Irishman.
Costume that's left on the floor. So that's the sword and this and the whatever.
There's so much in the show. There's so many different things happen in the show, and it's pretty long, and there's so many characters. So this is like basically any time basically one of the actors, who are all amazing, did one of the ridiculous things. It's like it's the sort of show that's like most shows would have like one or two of that sort of thing, and this show has like 40.
Up on your toes, stay after school, learn how it goes. Everybody do the varsity, everybody do the varsity, everybody do the varsity drag. Welcome, ladies.
I played two characters, so I was Matthew Peake, who was a guy that existed. He was like Peter Pettigrew, but that's what I was channeling.
I can see that, I can see that.
You too, Mr. Pete.
I'm Methodist, so...
I'm sure you're still a Christian. Come, for me. This way, sir.
Yes, my lordship.
My main character was Grace Shelley, who was basically hired to marry the guy that thinks he's Jesus Christ.
What's it for you?
Me? Paradise of a fireplace, a cozy room,
A little nest.
and nestles where the roses bloom.
It was a very funny show. We had 3 weeks to do it. It was done in the labyrinth outside, so that was really fun to work with that stage, because it meant that you would get a lot of people walking around in the background, which added comedy.
Verbatim. Him persecuted, paranoid schizophrenia, wretches, many poor earners suffered from same. It's one of the signs, but what they said against me, one of the signs, I am being everybody they cried.
What the bloody hell was that?
I will not show that.
Jack is just sort of constantly doing and saying a lot of different weird things for the entirety of the play. So yeah, cramming your head full of lots of lines that are just so specific and weird.
Nature. With T24. And here we have T24's president,
What else was
trying to find a
Canyon,
mate
a musical
with
theme park,
flowers.
100 pre-sold holy wafers, a
He
disused
doesn't
banana
seem to be
factory,
succeeding very well.
absolution.
Because she's studying anthropology doesn't mean
Next
you can do
Tuesday,
this.
Shut up. Poor Fergus. Poor,
not here in the
poor
garden.
Fergus.
Last time I was kissed in a garden, it turned out rather awful.
Gay.
Yes.
In summer term, I directed a play called Medea by Euripides, which is a Greek tragedy about a woman who is betrayed by her husband and she gets revenge on him by killing their children.
I say this incredibly tentatively for us. Make a little less noise.
We were in Medea.
It's a ancient Greek tragedy.
Yeah, but it was adapted, so it was in a women's prison. And so Medea, who has killed her brother, is sent to this women's prison. Her husband then marries someone else while she's locked up.
Or gets engaged to someone else.
Yeah, and then she goes on a murderous rampage and kills her children.
No one here knows me as well as you. You've studied my case closely and know what is befitting of me and what is not.
Yeah, I think that you can walk. I think when she touches you, like look at it, and I think you walk away down there.
Working with a classical text in a modern setting obviously presented quite a number of challenges in terms of adapting what we were working with and kind of bringing something fresh to it, but also staying faithful to the original text. I think one of the main challenges was just trying to make sure that the new concept that we were applying to it of putting it in a prison made sense with the old ideas presented by the playwright.
Do they not think of their actions and what effect it has upon others?
Creon acts as though he is merciful, but the harshness of his decree is plain and clear.
You are to be set off in an open road to a sea that has no shore.
Well, it's a classical text, but it was adapted by lovely Alex Ayling and Sam Gaffers himself.
Almost entirely rewritten.
Yeah.
So a lot of the language was it wasn't.
Yeah, and obviously it had to be changed to fit with the new setting of the women's prison. So it was it didn't really feel like a classical text because we were making the characters like anew in this new environment, in these new situations, even though it's still the same story really of betrayal and murder and love and things like that. It was still had those themes, but it felt like a new play really.
But I warn you, if tomorrow's sun rises and you still resist, all it will say on the coroner's report was that there was an unfortunate suicide. People in prisons commit suicide all the time. Your transfer has been postponed. But one more day, if you must. One more is surely not enough to cause us harm.
And I played Jason, who's sort of her ex-husband, who's a bit of an arse, which was fun to play. He's really overtly sexist, but he does it in a well-meaning way. So it was kind of trying to strike that balance between being a knob, but being a knob who has no idea that he's being a knob. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm not making sense.
He isn't very self-aware that he's actually a massive arsehole.
This is not the first time I've seen this savage temper, but I hope it will be the last. You are impossible to deal with. You are here for a reason, a crime that you committed. My hands have been forced by your actions. All you had to do was serve your sentence. You could have been released early if you had played by the rules.
I think one of my favourite memories from the rehearsal process was the day where we did the opening movement sequence, which involved pretty much the entire company. and we were very fortunate to have Lily Vincent Franklin coming in as movement choreographer, and between herself and my ideas we kind of brought this opening sequence together, which was such fun to do with everybody because we very rarely had everyone in the room together, and so it was one of the few times we did, and it was really, really good. It was a fun rehearsal.
Come on, let's go. This is like the tiniest little bit. So Alex says, inmates, go. Do you know what? Pick up the stools, turn right.
Everybody, welcome to the show. The rules of engagement are really quite simple, so if you can pull yourself away from Grindr for 2 seconds, listen up.
Well, we were in ARseHOLES, and I was the director.
And I was an actor. I played Mandy, part of the award-winning comedy duo, Andy and Mandy.
If I should die, if I should die before I wake, it's 'cause he took my breath away. Losing you is like living in a world with no air.
What have you learned?
What have I learned? I have learned improv. You wouldn't learn it, I just really developed it because so much of the rehearsals were improv, and it just to try stuff out and then not to be immediately dismissive of stuff.
Yeah, like in that film, Cars 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the show we were in was ARseHOLES, and I was playing Philip.
And I played Dawn.
Tell me I look gorgeous. Do I look gorgeous? Yeah. Okay, but how about the second?
I think kind of ensemble comedy was a thing that I think we all strived on together and learned more about. And being able to trust ourselves as like improv and being able to actually have faith in ourselves. That was the thing that I really benefited with.
That was nice. Speech she didn't benefit from.
I didn't learn how to speak. That's it.
We were in ARseHOLES.
Yes, we were. I played Lewis Tarun.
I played Darius Cliveston.
A new drama group for my new documentary on low-budget theatre.
I mean, for copyright purposes, I'm not sure I can say who my character's based on, but let's just say he's a documentary filmmaker.
I wasn't sure whether Pudding's performance was a complex analysis of gluttony in our world, or if he was just as one-dimensional as I'd suspected.
Well, a lot of the improvs we would do would be like an A to B idea that I would have, and then I'd kind of get them to play with the idea as their characters, and then from what they did, I'd take what I liked and then structure it.
Hashtag die, bitch. Tweet, send.
Oh my god. Because it's like, this is what happens inside the computer.
Yeah.
So it's the system of like the brain and the computer working at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag, what's with your face? Tweet. Hashtag, you're ugly and I hate you. Tweet.
For me personally, my favourite scene was Left Outside Alone.
Classic. I mean, Left Outside Alone I think is my standout.
Left Outside Alone was fantastic.
We did this
with the
giant
giant iPhone and just the moment when all the chorus came in, just because I've seen so many performances that are like that but in a sincere way.
I loved all of it. I
truly, like, cliche, but I loved all of it. But probably my favourite scene was when all the characters were doing their individual performances, because I thought it was just so much funny in one concentrated bit of time and space.
So much funny.
So much funny, you guys.
Reservoir Dogs.
Great Expectations.
I will walk 500 miles.
I get very worried that people think that I bought this for myself. I didn't. It was a gift from the cast. There's Ellie just beneath my nipple.
Have you seen this? You were surprised. You know you were the director. Why were you surprised about that?
I was surprised that I got the chance to be the director.
You were a wonderful director.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed the process.
Are you ready, Boots? Start walking.
The show I was involved in and I directed was Boeing. It's a French farce translated into English as a modern translation. Basically about a guy who dates 3 air hostesses at the same time, schedules them based on their flight patterns, and then in one crazy weekend they all turn up at once and all hell breaks loose.
Gabriella really is a marvellous girl.
Ah, yes she is, isn't she? I love the other 2 very much, of course, but Gabriella I adore.
So I played Gabriella, who was the Italian air hostess. Did lunch.
Grazie, Bertha, you're a marvel. But it isn't easy.
She exits.
Oh, I exit.
I don't know who exits.
I'll exit. Yeah, no, I do. It's I think it's
No, it's Bertha. Sorry, I'm bad at scripts.
She was quite fiery. She was quite like protective. I think she was the air hostess who possibly kind of like actually loved Bernard.
Mio Dio! It's already 25 to. We must hurry. Let's have lunch.
Now she
Let's have a lunch.
This way.
I really like playing with accents. I probably had the easier one out of the 3 with the New York accent. Bernard! I'm in love.
I know.
No, not with you. No, anymore. No. I love you lots. I do, but whereas the other girls had Italian and German, which obviously leaves a lot of room for comedy as well. Kind of the accents become part of the comedy as well.
When we're up 19 or 20,000 feet, roaring at 600 miles an hour, and if I had nothing special to do, do you know I creep back into the rubbish hole?
Oh, good heavens above.
I'm all alone there, you see.
For Gloria, her accent didn't make her particularly funny, but playing with how her voice worked in general and kind of her low dulcet tones was kind of the more fun part of playing Gloria.
I'll sort it out.
I'm waiting. Let your friend go to bed. A cute little hat party. Merci, mademoiselle. Oh, and that reminds me, there was a letter that's come for you from America.
For me?
Take it and you're going to go and sit down here to read it.
Could you read it in there?
In bed.
I mean, the cast dynamic from day one was fantastic because they were all just so excited to get to grips with these characters and to have fun with them, because that's what Farce is all about. It's about having fun.
So you all go about your business.
Oh, how well I run this town. Everyone's so happy.
So what's the
They
main
laughed at me for being.
The day ticks on by and pretty soon night falls again and you all go to sleep.
I need it.
Go to sleep.
Anybody.
Go to sleep.
Bag in your little suitcase. And then maybe we'll give him a show. We should be happy. I don't know.
It would be funny
Right,
if
sure.
you hugged him off
She wants
and
to-
then kissed him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. It's funny. So you're gonna be like, so like one
Right, come
more
on.
for the road, and then she's gonna be like, yeah. And can you literally lean all around and be like, yeah, and do it like to audience, like, yeah. I'll think of you from time to time.
the rehearsal process was really fun because it was a very like small cast of 6. We all got very close and we were doing a lot of improv games. I think just generally like getting to do something different in the show and it being farcical and it being so quick, like all of it, I just loved it.
Oh! What's wrong with you?
Oh, I think it's the sauerkraut. Perhaps I need a strong German woman to look after me. Oh,
English man, come here. It's just gas. My mother taught me this position will alleviate the gas.
No, actually, Gretchen, no, I think I need some fresh air.
I probably learned to be uninhibited around my cast.
All set! Right, are these kisses like, this is my last kiss with ya? Or is it like,
with him?
Oh yeah.
With him. It's funny.
That's fun.
I think with him you can be like, I'll think you can kind of time like, bye. Like, a little kind of like, no.
Yeah, just grab my face.
I don't even know no, it might be too much.
What?
If he goes and you just give him the cheek.
The what? The cheek? Okay. What does that mean?
I actually think you might.
I was in James and the Giant Peach.
Yes.
And I played Aunt Sponge.
And I directed the show, so it was very, very fun.
You directed the show?
I did.
Do some shopping. Bye, darling.
Bye. Okay, such a pause. Lovely. Bye. So let's say that you both just stay where you are and watch this happen.
The style of the show was madness.
It was madness, yeah.
But we all loved it.
We did. It was meant to be a very family show, aimed for children but also adults, and I think we succeeded in that. No. This one! Maybe you could bring it back out. And be like, oh, there you go, James. I'm today.
Today, I'd like to tell you my story with the help of my friends. They're part of the story because they live here. So, would you like to see them? Lovely.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, T24. Yeah, T24 are a bunch of big kids anyway, so they loved it. It was just such a great group of people as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, a nice comedy with some touching moments. And, yes.
James, Mummy and I are off to London.
To do some shopping. Bye, darling.
Bye.
As we strolled down a crowded Regent Street, imagine our surprise when suddenly...
Cool, so it's gonna...
We were all in James and the Giant Peach at the Gulbenkian, and I was playing James, the young James.
I played the ladybird.
I played an ensemble member in James and the Giant Peach.
Okay, let's go from this horrible hill. Let us roll, let us bowl, let us plunge. Let's go rolling and bowling and spinning until we're away from all spider and sponge.
Crazy genre. Yeah.
It was really fun and very silly.
Yeah.
It was a kids show.
It was a kids show at heart that we adapted in some ways for students, would you say?
Yeah. I'd say so.
Best kind of kids show.
Until we're away from all spider and sponge.
Okay.
I think the scene that stole the show was the captain's scene, which was just hilarious, and even down to the seagulls, the amount of work put into the seagulls was amazing as well.
Yeah.
Number one.
Here, sir.
Call number two, number one.
Number two.
You're number one.
Look number 1, look number 2. What is it?
Oh, I don't know, sir.
Do you know number 2?
Oh, yes, I know him very well, sir.
I have a massive phobia of like doing voices. Like for the longest time, I've always thought that I'm like, that's just not something I can do. And then at the same time, Richard randomly did the Australian. I was like, Tom, I think the Lady Bird is from Yorkshire. I'm gonna do like a Scarborough accent.
Good accent.
We use bait.
Bait? What sort of bait?
Endearing, like she was a little old lady that just wanted to give you tea and biscuits. Yeah.
But yeah, that was a little accomplishment.
Like one rehearsal, Richard just came in suddenly with a crazy accent that he'd never done before.
Yes.
And the Australian accent. The
It
Australian accent.
was-
ended up as a centipede.
It was energetic Michael Caine for the longest time, and then just bam, he was Australian.
The Australian, things like that. That's what makes the shows.
Intend to loop the thread to the seagulls. Oh, he's got a point, James. You can't expect them to just come and poke their heads involuntarily.
Yes, we raised over £200, £200.08 for Roald Dahl's Marvellous Children's Charity, which is a charity that's devoted to helping seriously ill children all across the UK, which was fantastic. And that was something that we just, we were committed to as a cast and a crew, and we just kind of did alongside the show, and it really, really helped publicity-wise, but also, raised them some extra money.
I mean, we were just treating the whole show like banter, and then also went to a good cause.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly. Yeah, so feel good show.
So we are Antonia and Tom.
Hey.
And we did Faustus, a Hellishly Rhymical Downfall. It was adapted from Christopher Marlowe, the original, with a lot of Sam's own writing alongside it.
Great monologues.
You wouldn't really have known the difference, but throughout there was these cool physical sequences because Sam had this great idea about using like this beat of
like house
music. That would just go on all the way throughout, and he incorporated that into a lot of this cool physical movements done by Elle. She was great.
It was fantastic. When you go blah blah blah.
No. So like just when you go in here to reach
And
the
then
legs. Is the legs doing anything?
My name is Olaf. Been in Faustus, and I play Demon and Claudius, so like multi-roles basically.
My name is Marco. I've been in Faustus as well, just came from the show together. I play First Scholar, Valdez, Faceless Demon, Alexander the Great, and Lucifer.
Within the rehearsal process, working physically was the same what Marco was saying, like doing like, because it was quite like, it was like counting and stuff like that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like that kind of thing, which I'm not that good at, but it was a great, really nice thing to do because then I got to learn how to do those things.
Finding beats in a song, like Elle was really good at like just being like, yeah, that's 1, 2, 3. Do you hear it there? And I was like, no. And then towards the end, I was like, oh yeah, no, I can hear it a little bit. I can hear the little beats.
Now it just goes automatically. Yours are like dun 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 dun. Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5,
It all
6,
stays the
7,
same. There's no free
5, 6. Yeah, we were fine.
Yeah, we got that.
I think the 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8 is what's throwing people.
Elle was real great in like guiding us along and what she wanted with some of her fantastic physical movement pieces that she did, and yeah, it was real fun.
Looking at how like they were working to get like the whole cast together, and then kind of seeing like the different tasks that they were using, and especially because it's so intense and physically intense with all of the different actors, you're like so close all the time with everyone that there was like these wonderful games that we were doing, and they integrated so lovely, and it wasn't like this is a game for this to get to know each other physically. It was just like, do this game, and then you gradually become more and more into that close physicality, which was really, really nice.
But the word was angrily. The person who was outside came in and said, Phoebe, can you walk a dog in the manner of the word?
And then I'd get up and be like, real angry walking a dog, and then he's got to
Right, Simon.
Could you make breakfast at the moment of work?
What breakfast is specific? No.
Well, eat something at the minute.
Guys, you can't laugh.
I just saw that. There we go. Dabbing you?
What would I say to someone thinking of joining T24? Do it. Do it, do it, do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, I would say do it.
Oh my god, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Please God, you won't regret it, do it.
Just do it, just join. Even if you think you're too busy, do it. Even if you think you've got other stuff to do it.
To someone thinking of joining T24, I would say do it. Do the thing.
Basically, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Even if you're joining 5 other societies, do it. Because I promise you can balance work and rehearsals and other rehearsals and other things if you do other societies as well.
It might be scary to start with, but it's so worth it.
As a non-drama student, I would say, please just stick your neck out and just go for it.
T24? I want T20 more.
T24 is like the best thing that you will ever do. You just make so many friends and you have so much fun, and even though it can be stressful at times if you're doing like a professional show, it's the best people in the world to do it with.
You will be welcomed by whoever it is, and that's especially what I felt when I joined.
When the weight of the world's getting me down, I just put on my drama. It's like armour.
It is.
Everyone in the society really just wants to make good theatre and wants people to come together and watch it and be a part of it, and that you should do it because you will never regret it. You know, it is the best thing about this university if you want to do drama.